Yo, what's up guys, welcome back, new Beetrooper support. It has been a while. I think I've never made a video about Beetroopers. I don't think so. I remember testing them out, but I never really, made a video about them. It is what it is. They recently got a new fusion monster. It's basically Kitkallos. Like, upon fusion summon, it's obviously a level 5 as well, so it's, a search, at least it's a target that you can special summon from instant fusion. That's cool. So again, upon summon, I believe it's special summon as well, fusion summon, special summon, I think so. You can search basically any Beetrooper card from your deck. So again, fantastic. Again, you can search your missing piece. While on the other hand, you can, at least at any moment when you banish like insect types, you can special summon a banished Beetrooper. That's once per turn, both. So what's the standard combo, the standard field? It doesn't really, it's not too much different compared to what it was before. The thing now here is that the field that I'm working towards can be made with, depends, you work towards 3 insects on the field, and as you know, there are multiple insect monsters that have the capability to extend, right, their Stratoses, etc. And a polymerization, that can be patchwork, that can be imp to be discarded off of your, whatchamacallit, the insector, the insector link 2 to search poly. You need poly. Poly plus 3 insectors are 3 insects on field. And it's very similar to how it was before. You can go for the Beetrooper fusion, right, to get a surge, depending on which boss monster you need. Eventually getting Doomdozer on board. The concept of the deck still stays the same. You can abuse your resonance insect, which again is not once per turn. Both its foolish burial effect and its search effect is not once per turn. And then, yeah, eventually, again, I'm not playing with the 2 blanks. Both Brawlbird and Hand are blank cards. Plus Patchwork again is not there if I opened with Poly. But again, like Poly was enough, right? And then 1 draw, the most left, Battle Wasp in my hand. But this standard board, you have your monster negation of the Exceed, you have the trap card that again negates the monster effect, you have what's it called, the boss, the one in defense that you special summon from the Exceed, and then both players can only special Scary Moth can only special summon once during the turn. So it's Vanity's Emptiness a little bit. You know what I mean. And then, of course, the Link 4, is basically a masterpiece, a light monster. And then depending on your extenders, which cards you opened, which cards you needed to search, you can also end on the Sting, what is the Sting Lancer, the hand trap, banish 2 cards from, 1 from your opponent's grave, 1 from your grave, to special summon it to the field, and then search, Beetrooper spell and trap. So again, very similar opening combos. The thing is that, okay, to get fusion on field, there is of course instant fusion, but I'm using Poly, and I was thinking of using King of the Swamp. That's definitely possible, but the thing is that the Edge Imp, and discarded off of Picofalina, that was the name I was looking for, the Link 2 Insector monster, you can get a search, you can search Patchwork, so I think that's okay. Again, it's not the most consistent one, but it is what it is. But, getting that Kitkallos Beetrooper fusion out is pretty free. I think this is pretty much the best board you can end on. Again, you have the Link 3 as well, that can reborn. I think the most important reborn target for your Link 3 is the Battle Wasp. The one that's going to get special summoned now. This one, what is it? Sting the Poison. The one that tributes another insect on board to negate 1 monster on field from the opponent. And that was actually crucial, because otherwise Conductor would have attacked all monsters on my side of the field. So that was important. Now the thing is that, as you know, some of the Beetrooper cards, they have like the lock that when they're face up on the field, you cannot special summon other monsters other than insects, right? So the Beetrooper Fusion is one of them, the Armor Horn, the Link 2 is one of them, and the level 3 one, the Tour Guide, is also one of them. I think that's pretty much it, and also the Link 4. So, keep in mind, when you try to make a big push for Access Code Talker or something like that. Go for Polymerization for a second one, for Saturn, getting another search, searching their boss monsters. I still think that I can, tribute like an insect on field to special summon 1 from the deck, because of the Link 4, right? And again, this is more than enough, right? That's the thing, it's a huge toolbox, and as you saw, I think I'm running like 43 cards in a main deck. I was running Fenrir at some point, and it's still the biggest deal I have with the deck is going second and playing more going second cards. But I'm not so sure. The deck, Beetrooper insects is as strong. First of all, if Maxi comes back, the deck will be much stronger simply because you know you can search Maxi. And the power of Retaliating Sea. Like, the stronger Retaliating Sea is in your format, the stronger Beetroopers are going to be. So the deck still, again, the goal still stays the same. You want to abuse your Resonance Insect. Again, it's not once per turn, the searching effect. And I'm running triple Goki. What is it? Goki Pole? I mean, it's so cool that when it's sent from either your hand or field from graveyard, so it's not locked on the field, to get a search, basically, right? So again, going for the same combo, there was one hand trap, but doesn't really matter too much. Again, having that, again, I'm not too familiar with the names, but I know their effect. Scary Moth is on field, so again, now both players can only special summon one monster. And that blocks, Sword Soul. Again, use the Link 3 to reborn the Battle Wasp, to potentially, you know, get Search first of all, plus a potential monster negation. But I already have the Exceed on field for a monster negation and, you know, put it in defense or attack. Switch positions, right, to get the potential monster reborn, plus the Link 4 is there for more extenders, right, more extending plays. Going again for the Link 3, again keep in mind that Link 3, both effects you can only use one of them during the turn. So again, I wasn't able to reborn something, but I mean, it's just, you know, searching, grinding, this is super easy. Sting Lancer on field for another search. I'm not so sure, do I need more of the Beetrooper spells and traps, maybe? Again, space is an issue. I'm running a lot of extenders, but I like that I'm constantly like begging for more extenders, because again, I'm always working towards like at least 3 different insects on field, right? Because Picofalena, discard, equip something from deck, your Resonance Insect, you can't equip it to Picofalena itself. That's a going second against one of the, I guess, the best upcoming decks here for us TCG players as well. It feels pretty much unbeatable, even though Retaliating Sea is kind of strong against the deck. They have 2 cards, right? They have their Monster Reborn and the Hero Lives. But the thing is that Retaliating Sea doesn't really do that much against Kashtira, so this is basically a losing battle. And I was thinking of maybe, you know, maybe adding in more going second cards. I was looking at Droplet maybe. I mean, I'm not so sure about the discard cost. Like, can this deck, you know, carry a discard cost? Maybe Dark Ruler, maybe Talons, maybe... it's so hard, right? Because the deck is already sitting at 43 cards. Maybe Fenrir, I was testing Fenrir at some point. It's also a level 7. Together with... Is it Sting Lancer? That's also a level 7? I think so. You know, for some potential rank 7 Exceed plays, but... it's just, you know, finding the space is quite difficult for that. And here, you know, you're just blocked out of your monster zones. Plus, I think my extra deck is being destroyed here. Yeah, I think I lost the Exceed already and one of my fusions. And again, this was basically a losing battle. Like, I'm not going to win this one. Like, it feels kind of borderline unfair. I'm really looking forward to our next, you know, ban list win. Hopefully Tyr gets hit, then it's, you know, much weaker, Ishizu Tyr. And of course Sprite, Toad, like only Toad, whatever. And speaking of Sprite, this is actually a cool one, you'll see why. So go second, and this is actually an okay going second hand. Again, Retaliating Sea is kind of decent here, especially because of Sprite starter. So now every monster of every card is banished. That banished starter is also crucial for, you know, smashers. You know, it's not mattering too much, but you know what I mean. But yeah, there's just too many follow-up plays, and Cerberus gets rid of it. I guess you could use Dark Ruler, but that seems kind of like a waste because of Cerberus, etc. And you can basically end on the same board. Again, Retaliating Sea is a card that could potentially prevent the, you know, like the second swap hitting the graveyard, but you know, there's just too many outs for that. So now I need to force out double Toad, and one set that might be the trap, so that might be triple Toad. We'll see. So Scout Buggy hits the field, potentially, you know, summoning something else from the deck, which again it gets negated. That's a bummer, because I needed that Scout Buggy in graveyard for the field spell, right? To, you know, reborn something. But again, I need to get past double Toad, and, you know, some stalling, I guess. Well, I mean, going for the Link 2. But as you know, the other Toad or the second Toad will just negate it. I can use Patchwork, but that's a problem here, no follow-up play. So maybe I, you know, have to keep or take a look at other potential fusion monsters just in case of this. And here, that's the thing, right? When people well, okay, don't read cards, but they don't really know how the opposing deck is being played or about the restrictions. And again, as mentioned before, what is it, Scout Buggy? It's one of those cards that when it's face up on the field, you can only special summon insects, you know, when Buggy, or when it's on the field. Otherwise, I'm honest, I would have lost this one. This would have been an OTK. But now, like, there's no Bestials, you can't special summon your Bestial, no Nibiru, just in case, because again, there's still one unknown card because the Magnamut was searched, or added because of Prosperity. So now I can, you know, potentially go for the OTK. Again, doing some standard, you know, Beetrooper combos, reborn something because of the Kitkallos, right, the Beetrooper fusion. It's only once per turn, by the way. Use Patchwork, again, basically just another polymerization target. This is so important. Again, you want to abuse your Resonance Insect as much as possible. Get that many searches, you know, high-level searches from your deck, and then when they are banished, you can Foolish Burial your, what is it, the Beta Wasp or Monster Effect Negation, the Big Moth to, you know, prevent both players from special summoning too much. This one, Scary Moth. So, it's really cool. The deck still has some nice combos, some nice plays, but like, okay, current format is obviously too strong. It's far too strong. I'm looking at Ishizu tier, I'm looking at full power Kashtira, full power Sprite, but who knows, by the time when we are actually getting this new fusion and maybe even more, you know, Beetrooper support. And of course a deck list with some small tweaks, etc., going second cards. There is some potential, but you know, as I mentioned before, stuff like Retaliating Sea, Mech Sea maybe, you know, will definitely increase the strength of this deck. I mean, if Retaliating Sea is much more popular or stronger in the format. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment or like. If you enjoyed the video, leave a signing out. Peace.